When it comes to the lotus, you can't just barge into a pond with a shovel and a grocery bag, scooping up roots, seeds, and leaves as if it were some aquatic supermarket. The lotus is too elegant for that kind of chaos. Sustainable harvesting of lotus is really about treating the plant with the same respect you'd give a wise elder, or at least a very expensive dinner guest. It's a dance of balance, where we get to enjoy its seeds, roots, and leaves for food and medicine while making sure the plant continues to thrive for generations to come. Because let's face it, a world without lotus would not only mean fewer delicious soups and crunchy snacks, but also a sad, empty pond with ducks floating around looking confused. The first rule of sustainable lotus harvesting is simple: don't take it all. Seeds, for example, are little future plants. If you scoop up every single one, congratulations, you've just made sure no lotus will ever grow there again. Harvesters with a sustainable mindset usually collect a portion of the mature seeds while leaving enough behind to keep the cycle of growth intact. Think of it as sharing dessert at a party. You get to enjoy the flavor, but you leave some for others, including the frogs, birds, and yes, the pond itself. And bonus, the seeds you do gather are packed with protein, antioxidants, and calming properties, making them a guilt-free indulgence. Roots are where things get trickier. Digging up lotus rhizomes without destroying the ecosystem is kind of like trying to take cookies from the jar without making a sound. It requires skill and restraint. Sustainable harvesters use careful techniques, only extracting mature roots and leaving younger ones to keep growing. They make sure not to rip apart too much mud, since the pond's ecosystem depends on stable soil and microorganisms that would otherwise get thrown into chaos. Harvesting responsibly means we get to enjoy those crunchy slices of lotus root in stir-fries and soups without feeling like we've just staged an environmental crime scene. And really, doesn't your gut feel better when your food comes without the guilt of wrecked wetlands? Leaves, meanwhile, are the easiest part of the lotus to harvest sustainably, and they're versatile enough to be used in teas, wraps, and even natural serving platters. Since a single plant produces multiple leaves throughout the season, taking a few here and there doesn't disturb its growth. The trick is not to strip the plant bare, because a leafless lotus is like a bald celebrity. It just doesn't have the same presence. By trimming thoughtfully, harvesters can enjoy the medicinal detox properties of lotus leaves while still leaving the pond lush and green. Beyond technique, sustainable lotus harvesting also ties into cultural respect. In many Asian traditions, the lotus isn't just food, it's sacred, a symbol of purity, resilience, and renewal. Approaching its harvest with reverence means honoring that symbolism. It turns harvesting into more than just gathering ingredients. It becomes a practice of mindfulness, like saying thank you before plucking something that has both nourished bodies and inspired spiritual teachings for centuries. From a modern perspective, sustainable lotus harvesting also opens doors to eco-friendly farming. Controlled pond cultivation, crop rotation with other aquatic plants, and organic practices reduce pressure on wild populations while still providing plenty of seeds, roots, and leaves for markets and medicine. Imagine a future where probiotic lotus ferments, calming teas, and crunchy chips are all available, but without ponds being drained dry. That's not just sustainable, that's smart business and delicious foresight. So yes, harvesting lotus sustainably might take a bit more effort, but it pays off. We get nutritious food, powerful herbal medicine, and a thriving ecosystem all at once. It's proof that with a little balance, humans can have their lotus root soup and eat it too. And perhaps the funniest part is this: the lotus, which grows out of the mud into something pure and beautiful, is teaching us how not to be messy in our own habits. It's almost as if the plant is rolling its eyes and saying, "Look, if I can rise above the muck, the least you can do is harvest me politely."